Hey guys, my name is Victor from Trading Stoically, and welcome back to another video. Um, Today we're going to talk about the trade that I took, but first I just want to say thanks to everyone who's commented, reached out personally, in the Discord as well. After my last video yesterday, it's honestly been really cool to see um, a lot of support. It's hard to trade, as we all know, right? As we all are traders, right? So a lot of times whenever I go through emotional times, it spills out, and I need that encouragement, whether it's from Stephanie, my girlfriend, or from you guys, or family, friends, whoever. It's really needed, and I really do appreciate all of you guys too. I think that's the reason why I made this channel is to show the real journey of trading, but also to be there for other people, right? To show them that you're not alone, that you will go through struggles, that you will go through difficult times as well, um, and that it's not a individual thing that you will experience, right? So many other people are experiencing the same thing that you are, and sometimes even at the same time too. So I really just want you guys to know that I'm appreciative of every single one of you guys for reaching out and commenting, even if it's not even like encouragement, but just like, hey, bro, like I think someone said like you're trading against the trend. Like even something simple like that is helpful. Um, so I really do appreciate that a lot. Um, let's talk about the trade real quick, and then we'll kind of get into some other stuff too. No specific shout outs today. Again, I've been sick. I haven't really been feeling well. So I haven't even really been on the Discord to see what people are saying. I will be more active as I continue to feel better for sure. But for the meantime, again, that is my shout out. Is shout out to everyone for being super supportive and encouraging too, and um, basically making the Trading Stoically community a great place to be. So again, Discord is in the link in the description if you guys want to join. Um, and yeah, so let's go into this trade. So this trade was probably one of the longest trades I've taken over the last few months or so. If we look here and we see, I know it's a bunch of stuff going on, so let me actually kind of make it a little bit more simple, right? So right here, I had the developing point of control and value areas on, but when I was looking at the trade, I was really only looking at this, right? So you can see here, let's actually delete this so you can see. Opened up here, 6 o'clock, right? Because I trade Asian session. Up, down, up again, and then down, right? This is the prior day value area low, so I love to see us based in this area. What I was really looking for was for us to have a good, strong reaction at this level, but we never really got that. I actually entered here at about 8:57, right? So after some waiting and some time, entered at 8:57. So about this area in a few minutes time on replay here. So right here, this is where I entered, right? Because again, we were getting a nice strong movement on higher volume as well. But what I could have done better at this point was wait for value area low to shift down in accordance with the prior day value area low, right? So this is the current session's value area low, this white line. We shift down here to show true value areas are in accordance with each other, they're in conjunction with each other, that really shows a good support level, right? But either way, it was close enough, right? A lot of times now I'm using ATR, which for whatever reason I don't see on my chart, but I do have ATR as well, um, to kind of show like, okay, like this is, I guess I did have ATR. I don't know why it wasn't popping up initially, but this is something that's really good to see, right? Each candle is moving about however many points the ATR says, the average true range. So a lot of times I use that now for alerts. If the value area low is at 715 and I want it to come back above this level, I'll set an ATR or I'll set an alert one ATR away from that, right? So basically this is what I got. We had a really good movement there. But from this point forward, as you can see, value area low, you see that white line, it has now shifted to this point. We were just in chop. My stop loss, and this is something that I'm going to do now too, we're going to talk about a little bit of my, not new rules, but modified, more fortified rules. But one of my rules is knowing my personality, I like to have larger stop losses because I like bigger moves, right? There's so many times where my stop loss is too tight, where I get stopped out, and it ends up going in my direction, right? As long as I get the bias right. So at this point here, my stop loss is actually at 684 at this time, right? I'm risking $500. I know I said in yesterday's video I was going to full port. I didn't literally mean like I'm going to gamble, but what I meant by that was I am going to just use however much I have left um, to trade today. So thankfully it went well. Um, but I didn't mean like, oh, I'm just gonna kind of throw in whatever and see what happens. I'm still gonna take my trades. I'm still gonna do what I need to do. Um, so that's exactly what we did. We risked about $500 on the trade, a little bit more than that, I think. And we were just basing at value area lows. If we look at the 5 minute too, at this time, again, it's just basing, right? So this is actually really good to see. You see a nice powerful movement here at 9:10, heading higher, and then it's a bunch of chop. There is some movement though that occurs, and it's after this as well, actually. That happens right coming up soon, where you have a 2 bar reversal on the 5 minute. It was so nice to see. And this was it right here. At that time, I'm over here watching anime, I'm just sitting out, right? I see it going lower. I'm like, bro, I think I've lost again. I can't believe it. I thought this was another good trade, right? Basing off that support value area lows, you're now coming down to current sessions value area lows, which has shifted all the way down to the 700 level as well. And I was just like, this is a good trade. I can't believe I'm about to lose again. Now, again, like I said, in order for me to lose, it'd have to drop all the way down to 684. It didn't. Um, from then on, we had this nice, powerful movement again, right? But this trade really took a long time in order for it to work. Once we got this candle here, I did add, right? And you'll see here. Oh, did it? It messed me up. You'll see though on the confirmations, I did actually end up adding here. I wanted it a little bit lower, but the limit buy never filled me, so I just market bought at 721. We got out for 10 points later from this fill. But from this original fill, that's about a 20-point move. So it was really great. It was a good move, but it took a lot of time. But I know that prior day value area lows, whenever they're in conjunction with um, current sessions value area lows, it is such a good support level, and this is where we targeted just value area highs. In fact, a little bit before value area highs, maybe not one ATR, but close to one ATR, about half of an ATR away from this target, which we did end up getting because I've been seeing that my my targets are never hit. My stop losses are always hit, and that's part of the reason why, which I'm about to transition to now. My losses are always bigger than my wins all the time, right? 412, 533, 674. Every time I take a loss, it's so much bigger than a win. And that needs to change in order for me to be a profitable trader, right? Look at this first week of September, 259 win, 397 loss, right? 112 win, 169 loss, right? I have a 237 win here, 412 loss. Like that has to change. And this is kind of going into one of the things that I'm going to talk about is my modified rules. First things first, we need to take A plus setups every single day now. I've been trading every day. There hasn't been a day besides the first, which was a holiday, that I've just decided not to take a trade. Why is that? If you go back a few months ago to my videos, you'll see that there are plenty of days where I'm like, I'm sitting out. It's not a good trade, right? And I think that actually led to my first payout as well. That's something I need to do more often. I need to be able to do that more often. It's difficult for me as of right now, for whatever reason, right? Whether it's the pressure of trying to make a video every day or having something to say every single day, which is really stupid. Um, I'm just trading every single day. and I don't need to. I from here on out, I will not trade every single day unless there's an actual setup that presents itself, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is I've always said this, and I've said it in the Discord, and I've said it in my videos too. You need to be able to trade in a way that aligns with your personality. And I always liken video games to this, right? I play a lot of PvP in Dragon Ball Legends or Pokemon Go, right? I like to have a lot of leeway to make mistakes. Whenever I'm fighting someone on Dragon Ball Legends, I like to use tankier characters that allow me to make mistakes, but I know that once I actually get back into the groove, I can punish my opponent, right? Same thing in Pokemon Go PvP. I love using tanky Pokemon like Diggersby because they allow me to be able to think and take my time and process what's going on in order for me to make the next best move. When it comes to trading, again, I believe trading should align with your personality. And I know how it is when I play other video games. Trading is like a video game in itself, right? What's going to make me the most profitable? What's going to help me win most of the time? I need to be able to trade in a way that I have a larger stop loss, right? So, as you can see, if we come back to this trade, my stop loss was large. I entered this position at 712, right? At 857, I entered right here on this candle right here. My stop loss was almost 30 points away, about 27 points away, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that move 20, 30 points away, right? And we did end up getting it. In fact, I don't even know what happened after this. I just went to sleep because it was so late in the night. But you can see we just chopped and we actually ended up heading lower. So I really got lucky. And at that point, it actually does, if I don't take profit here, it actually does stop me out before it continues higher. It's absolutely insane. Um, but that's what we got. And I'm very thankful that we got that before it continued lower. Um, but because my stop loss was so far away, I knew that if I lost, and it was confirmed loss, right? If I had gotten stopped out here, which I was initially thinking about moving my stop loss here after this move, I was thinking about putting it down here, I would have been stopped out and then it would have continued without me, and that would have caused even more frustration, right? So I want to confirm my losses. By me doing this, that means my wins will be bigger. If I truly have an edge, which I believe I do, if I truly have an edge, then I should be winning more often than not, which I have been, right? One, two, three, four, 5 red days. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green days. I am winning. Technically, this is a break-even day, but I am winning more than I am losing. But this is a small win. This, in comparison to the other wins, is small. This is a break-even trade. It's small, right? This is a small win, small win, small win, small win. You see what I'm saying? I need to be able to win bigger, right? So if my stop loss is larger, then my wins have to be larger. Another thing that I'm going to start implementing too, right, is having points of no return. What I mean by that is my stop loss is going to be like my take profits. A lot of times, like today, I just left my whole take profit there. So I took all 15 contracts off at one point, right? But recently, what I've been doing is having areas where I am just taking a few contracts off here. So after this move, probably what I would have done a few days ago is take off a few here, take off a few here, take off a few here, let the rest run. It doesn't end up running. I end up taking less profit than I would have, right? By doing that, it allows me to have smaller wins, smaller wins. But then when I take a loss, all of it is coming off at one point. So I need to decide, and I probably will think about this more over the weekend. Do I take those smaller wins, right, and win more often, but then when I lose, I do the same thing, right? Where let's say if price had continued below 695, I take off half of my position, let the rest run until that 684, or do I get to the point where it's like, okay, we're taking full losses at 684, but we're taking full wins at 733? You see what I'm saying? So that's something I'm going to think about. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know in the in the comment section below. But what I'm thinking is I'll get to the point of no return where we take full wins, but our stop losses are limited. So kind of like the best of both worlds, where it's like, okay, if you're getting to this point below a certain level, I'm taking off half the position. I'll let the rest ride. If we end up getting back to break even and we get up to our target, then it becomes a break even day, right? So that way our losses are limited. Making sure you preserve your capital is so important, and it's just not something that I have done as of late. I've been really terrible with that. I'm just taking these full-on losses. Yesterday we got to our daily loss limit. We had no reason to. Um, so it's been tough. It's been a struggle. So that's another thing I'm changing. Obviously, sizing will be different too, right? I will be risking. I don't think I'll be risking more than $500 per trade, right? But it probably will be bigger size in order for me to hit bigger targets, um, but also have bigger stop losses too, right? So of course I could trade with one contract, but um, we need to be able to trade how we normally trade, and not be afraid of trading. So like yesterday, like I'm saying like yesterday's trade, but technically it was today's trade. Um, we set our alerts when we were watching anime. We were just sitting here. It was frustrating to sit through all that. I was checking my phone here and there. I was hanging out with Stephanie, but we need to be able to do that more often and just trust that price will go in the way that you're reading it, right? And if you read it wrong, your stop loss is there. And you can even take off some before it even hits your stop loss, so you have less of a loss. You know what I mean? So, um, there's one more thing I was going to say too. I can't remember exactly in terms of the fortified rules. Obviously, everything is still the same. We're taking positions off value areas, right? Whether it be high or low, sizing appropriately. Um, but yeah, there's some more things I need to think about this weekend in order for myself to improve my trading. But yeah, the last thing I want to say is this. I titled this video "Till the End." Um, My favorite rapper is Logic. I don't know if you guys know Logic or not, but about 11 years ago now, I can't believe it's been 11 years, he released an album called Under Pressure. And in Under Pressure, there's a song called Till the End, and it's the outro song of the album. And I've always used this song as one of many songs from Logic, but one of this song in particular at that time period where I was an undergrad in college taking organic chemistry and failing and thinking about how I'm going to pass. Um, I always use the song as motivation, as like, wow, like if we get to that end goal, this is what it's going to feel like. And it's a very like encouraging song, uplifting song. But basically, it's saying that you're gonna keep going no matter what, right? That you came from the bottom and you finally made it. And I know that at some point in my lifetime, that trading is going to work out for me, that I'm going to be profitable, you know? And it's going to happen. I'm going to get another payout. I'm going to start getting more payouts, right? But it's not even really about the payouts. It's about the process that you're sticking to it every single time that you're trading that will produce consistent results. And for myself, that's the goal. That's what I want to be able to attain. If I'm able to do that, then it shows that okay, you finally made it, right? But in trading, there's no such thing as making it, right? There's really no such thing as being profitable. Like, oh, I've finally achieved profitability. Profitability is a state of mind. It is something that that you were at for a period of time, right? There might be months where you are unprofitable, right? Does that mean that you're not profitable? Do you see what I'm saying? You don't achieve profitability and then that's it, you're done. You have to consistently stay there and maintain that, right? So it's the same thing here with this mindset too that I'm trying to have is sticking to the process, always coming in every single day, understanding what I'm supposed to do every day until the end, until I'm no longer able to trade in my life, right? Until we die and we pass away. So Anyway, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Again, thank you for all of the messages, comments, DMs, things like that. I really do appreciate you guys a lot. Start coming going back to next week. We will go back to formal shout outs that I always like to do. Again, link is to the Discord is in the description. This video is coming out later too because I literally just got back home from work. I didn't even change my shirt. I changed my shorts though because I don't like to wear pants. But I wanted to make sure I put out this video at least close to what I normally put out, which is 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I really do hope you guys had an awesome week, much better week than me. But I know that if you didn't, we will bounce back because I am in that boat this week. Um, and adversity is just going to allow you to become stronger, you know? Um, can't make pressure without, or you can't make diamonds without pressure, and that's the truth. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this video today, guys. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically.